hopefully we'll see something interesting out of both teams. Very different agents coming in from both sides, with the only seeming overlap being Cypher and the Breach, looks like. Normally the standard comp on this map is what, like?
Is the single controller. It's Lotus is now a more, how do I put this? Uh, Diverse map. A lot of
Yes.
things are possible on this map now. You don't have to play it. There's no one standard comp like Ascent.
I'm more used to seeing like a Viper on Lotus, especially due to like the lurk walls you can set up for your team on attack, and just the really powerful like setups that you can have on defense. And although Cypher's a little or pretty good on this map, I feel like the Killjoy has a little more value, especially due to that lockdown being able to be really useful for both retakes and site takes.
Mm-hmm.
But with both teams opting to play Cypher, I guess they're more worried about, I guess, flank watching, although KJ can do the same thing. So we'll have to see how both teams end up utilizing this Cypher to do it. The Neon pick is especially interesting. I don't think, have any teams played Neon yet? I don't think so, right?
I think
this is our first Neon.
I think that there have been a couple Neons, but I think this is the first one we have casted with a Neon.
Yes. This is. I haven't been paying attention to the other teams. Only the games I cast exist in my head. So the Neon pick is especially unique, I'd say. Hopefully we'll see some movement worthy of like where the big Neon names, Temet, the other guys, Grumpy.
Temet and Grumpy, yes, those two.
Yes. So maybe we'll see something cool out of him. What rank is Haku? He is Diamond 1, so maybe we'll see this. But it looks like they're going for a fast A rush, but Dragidon and AJ going for the stun nade combo. Might just stall them out. Out comes the grenade. And Haku's just running straight through the stun. It's so unfortunate that AJ got stunned by his own teammate. Now just stuck by Breakable. AJ and Dragidon are gonna have to play off of each other pretty well if they want to make good positioning. Now comes the flash, and Rock Lee is stuck in that corner, but spots out Dragidon, who's just trying to give him a fight, and AJ cleans it up. Rock Lee falls. Now the rest of Team Origin just pin an A main as they're forced to retreat from the onslaught of Team A, just running up on them, but Abel Blue with a nice pre-fire jiggle peek onto AJ right there. Particular option just a dumb utility. It's a tad questionable, but against 3 players just holding them here in this phenomenal crossfire, it could be a little tough for them to do anything. But Splitwire is stuck rubble right now, and he needs to get out if the team wants to have any chance at leaving. But out comes the recon, and Splitwire is trying so hard to get that pick, but just nothing happening. Bullets flying, but Kuhaku finds the head of Eggdan.
30 seconds left.
2v4, but Splitwire, disciplined as ever, just jiggle peeking with that classic, trying to get a few kills in there. Peeks in a Dragidon and loses all of his health. So now Team Origin, just barely hanging on to life, is now forced to try and rotate with only 16 seconds left. I don't think they reach any sight. And IXX is just there, B lobby with bombs or player, and out they go. Splitwire just gets himself a 3k, but unfortunately is forced to save. If IXX doesn't kill him, this would be really. Oh, never mind.
If they
pro tip, you guys, if somebody saves pistol round, let them save, because they're gonna have way less money to buy up.
Yes, with how this game works now, this was a change about a year ago. If you save pistol round, you get literally no money. You have like 1,200 at the end of the round.
Not only will they have absolutely nothing to force with the round 2, but their round 3 buy will also be fairly ruined, because they're not gonna have that money to carry over from round 2. So let them save, especially if they're on a save round where they have no money. Keep them alive.
It looks like they're contacting into B.
Yeah, but there's so much Cypher util under the team. Aemondir is opting just to play for what looks like a retake. Out comes Haku just sliding in, but caught out by the trip. Haku spraying them down with a Guardian, blind himself too. And the rest of Team Origin just solo. AJ opening for a fantastic angle. Gets himself a 3k. the rest of Team Origin just gets absolutely just sandwiched in B lobby. But as it was their save round, their chances of winning that round were a little lower, but I don't think we dump all of our eggs into one basket by just rushing. I feel like for pistol rounds, stacking and rushing is good, but because you're running into multiple fights where you have a gun disadvantage, it's like you have to be extremely careful about where you choose to go. You want to take fights on your terms, not the enemy's. But looks like Team Origin now armed with rifles is offering the push towards C lobby, but the rest of Team Aemondir is here. Just 3 people running straight upwards on their bonus, aggressing, trying to find damage onto them. Now Team Origin, a bit warded off by that push, is just forced to go back towards A. But IXX is there in tree, just silent and waiting. Cage is gonna pick off their planter. Oh, and he's giving himself away with that cage. Now they know he's there. AJ and Dragidon, I believe. Hagu falls to IXX working on site. He's got a really good spot, actually.
Team Aemondir is very trapped right now.
Yeah, but Abel just running backside. Pick split wire on that angle, but gets traded out immediately. And Abel's just dancing around in this close smoke, just trying to find a pick or something. And Dragon Dog is running back and forth to breach 1v1.
Last player standing.
Now if Lee is able to find a fight before his overhead runs out, he might just have it with the horrendous whip. Draggy Dawn spraying him down with that Spectre. It's himself the round. They win their bonus, so very disciplined. I'm liking the aggression that C lobby there. Just forcing them off, making them think it's a full stack.
Scaring them, making them go into
playing
the
his life
setup.
on A lobby. Although he probably could have aggressed a little more. I personally wouldn't have popped cage or done anything until they started planning, so I can secure a kill. That way, I damage their ego because we're on a bonus. Any kill that I get on the opponent is like infinitely more valuable than if we were on an equal buy. So, them planting is just pretty much a guaranteed kill for you, and maybe you can aggress for more. But now AJ with that operator buy just gets stunned out, unfortunately. They're just running up on him. He's forced to run away. Just tries to satch him, but not really working. Out comes Smosh, but the rest of Team Aemondir is rotating on over, and AJ gets caught off by Rockley Spectre, and now Team Origin on a save has acquired themselves an operator. Hagu just now Team Aemondir is just falling like flies as they're one by one getting picked off. And Carmander and Dragidon are gonna have to play off of each other. They have any chance to do anything, and Rockley with a jump peek as Dragidon now in a 1v5. So many, and gets himself a 2k. But Rockley aiming at him with the operator secures it, and Hagu flanking from CT makes that a checkmate as Team Origin takes their first round this half. So,
Aemondir on attack, Origin on defense right currently.
Aemondir's attacking?
Yes, Aemondir. Team Aemondir is on attack. Oh, or am I tripping balls? I'm tripping balls.
No, you are. Or Abel is Team Origin, little bro.
I'm dumb. My bad. My bad.
It's all good, but
are
they flip-flopping back and forth? Because it looks like they're about to just go for A here, but...
This looks to be another large A fight.
Yeah, but it looks like they're playing really passive. AJ with a phenomenal shot with that Sheriff. Dragidon is just unable to secure it, and out comes the showstopper. Flying hunting for it and gets himself able while Rockley swings out the trade. So now, from a 5v5 to a 3v2, Team Aemondir just picking them off as they're securing themselves rifles on their safe buy. Now in a 2v3, Team Origin is just forced to take a try and get this bomb down so that they might have a chance, but Rockley just swings and picks off Carmander, who's desperately trying to hold that angle. Kuhaku's now just waiting for IXX here before mounting the retake, which is smart because IXX does have himself a rifle. Now out comes Thrash, clearing him out and catches himself. And Sova, if they're able to get to him, it could be big and a nice shot from Kuhaku. Just trying to swing, but no, Rock Lee. Wow, just Eggman playing that corner.
Eggman playing the corner, even while detained,
and
able to.
And Rock Lee baits for him right there so that he gets to live. Although I personally, if oh, I forgot who died last on Team Aemondir. Was it IXX?
It was IX.
Yeah. I would have, as soon as Clove ulted, I probably would have played more passive towards Tree there to try and fight a 1v1 on Sova and then play time so that Clove bleeds out. But unfortunately, in a 2v1, you just have to pray that the other team makes some sort of mistake at some point. But out comes the Neon ult and Hagu just full sprinting it down into their spawn. It's Rock Lee and his team makes his way through Tree and Hagu finds an off position Carnator. Team Aemondir in a very rough looking retake situation here. Abel just throws out that aftershock while split wire on the rope. Draggy catches himself. AJ tries to split wire on the rope once again, and now Draggy in a 1v3 scenario, bomb planted for main, but he does have a lot of utility to work with. I don't think he's noticed that Rock Lee's made it past that position. A nice shot onto Hagu, and now he's just gonna have to stick with the Hunter's Fury being casted as they just burn that ult to secure the round. Although, I don't know, would you ever burn that ult?
I don't think it was necessary, as long as Rock Lee just runs towards...
Yeah, as long as they just sprint it down on a bomb and spray, they win and secure the Hunter's Fury for another round. But confirming a round is confirming a round, so...
That goes there.
The use of the Hunter's Fury was
a little bit more optimal there.
Was a little unnecessary, but it's
it's not like a horrendous misplay or anything. It's just like could have been done without it, but using it does secure the round a little faster, and it's a lot less risky. Team Origin looking for more. Oh my goodness, AJ! Nice shot on Hagu. A save. He's just showing that he can hit the share of shots when necessary. The rest of Team Origin just slowly creeping up onto B, while the rest of Team Aemondir is A for some reason. Now here they go. They've been given a completely free B site, but if AJ is able to get a pick here through this, and he is not, Eggman holding that smoke.
Cage triggered.
Picks off AJ, who's quite aggressive, and out comes the neural left from Cypher. Team Origin is just absolutely locking down the site. Split bar swinging and catching that timing on IXX. So the rest of Team Aemondir just stuck in connector right there. Phenomenal crossfire, just nowhere to fight. Oh my goodness gracious. Just dragging down stuck in between 3 different angles, forced to try and find anything. He did find one.
I like Rock Lee's initiative to go up into upper and take that space. It's
a little risky there, especially with AJ in that smoke. I would have sprayed. I would have pinged something and then sprayed with that chair to try and catch a pick, because he was making a lot of noise jumping. Because that jumping up angle is so narrow, you can probably get some damage, if not a kill, onto him. But the initiative for taking that is really good, especially because it can catch people off guard. It's just that you gotta be a little more quiet about it so that they don't know that you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like Team Origin have found something that works, and they might be trying it again because they're going towards B. But with AJ just jiggle peeking this and Kuhaku just there and waiting, might be able to spot this off.
Spots the Sova.
Spots him on the jiggle peek, yeah. But it doesn't matter because the rest of Team Aemondir just full sprint through, and yet again they find themselves a free B site. But if Team Aemondir is able to use this breach ults, Rock Lee gets caught off, trying to take the initiative once more, but gets punished immediately. Retake just straight through, split wire, tries but fails, but catches himself some good damage. Kuhaku and AJ, a dream team duo, just spraying down the rest of Team Origin.
His arms for a spin.
Did both breaches cast their Rolling Thunder? They
Yes,
did.
both breaches used their Rolling Thunder. I think Abel's use of it was a little bit too late, as
Yeah, because the rest of his team died, I believe. Because I heard it go off at the very last second. But if there was a time to use it, it'd probably be immediately as they use as Team Aemondir use their Rolling Thunder to try and cancel it out. Because the momentum that you get off Rolling Thunder just lets you take pretty much any site that has defenders on it fairly quickly. Did he try to camp the tripwire?
Yep.
Oh my goodness gracious. But now Dragidon just stuck on site alone, having to fend off the rest of Team Origin on his own. But since he's at a pretty good position here, he might be able to do it. Rockly's just not looking at him, but no, he pulls out the blind at the wrong time and just gets caught off. The rest of Team Aemondir is just falling. It's all up to Kohaku. 1v5 scenario with only Mosh and Wingman. But Egdan just progressing and Kohaku trying to trade, but unfortunately Kohaku, his crosshair placement is ready. He finds himself an initial 2k. But with it in a post-plant area with 2 tree and a flasher, it's gonna be a very, very difficult retake for him. He wants to have any chance at this. He has to somehow isolate a fight, but he's just making so much noise on site. Out comes the stun. He's just not able to do anything against that stun from Abel. So the rest of the Team Aemondir just shows their retake. This is not it right there. They all got picked off immediately. I don't know, I thought they were doing pretty well with how they were holding sites, but Team Origin has found themselves a strategy that's working, just full dumping site and praying that the opponent's retake just isn't strong enough right there, because they're finding picks on their site takes. Does AJ have an... No, he doesn't have an op, but with an incoming stun, I don't think he can really do anything at this angle here. I'd play a little further away, worry about the stun. He does get caught off, and now he's just gonna have to hug that corner. And he's probably gonna get cleared out by that drone. Out comes the Neon ult, but Trigger disciplines it. No, the wrong decision, even though it did net him the kill.
He was only able to get 1.
Yeah, he's only able to get 1.
Spike planted.
And now the rest of Team Aemondir just on this retake yet again. But Carmander picks off Rock Lee, who is just trying to find a fight. They're just retaking on 3, but they're all pinned in Ben. So they're able to keep these fights. No split wire, just straight in. They're able to find multiple. And Hagu cleans it up.
I'm out of here.
Is Team Origin yet again showing that they can just take sites. I don't know, the trigger discipline is a smart play, but he waited a little too long. Because I think you have to kill Neon first, because Neon is ulted. And it's extremely, extremely hard to kill an ulted Neon. And since they're not looking at you and running in a straight line, I would have waited until they're like... can I ping? Oh, I can't ping. I would have waited until they like cross bend and then shot them and then try to look for more kills. Because since you're in that scenario, you're gonna 1 and done. You do your job as long as you get at least 1 kill. So killing the Neon there would have been the higher value player. But hey, but then again, Team Origin just opting to go for B yet again. Yeah, they're just gonna be able to just take this full site unless Team Origin has something to fully commit to. But it looks like they're going C. Just really smart. Team Aemondir just rotating off of any contact because they're so used to them full pushing. Out they come. They have fully claimed themselves a C site yet again. Now Team Aemondir once again on the retake.
Spike planted.
The bomb planted for Man, it could be extremely difficult. And Egg down on a lurk picks off AJ. Could be rough, but they do have the Omen Smoke 4 bomb, and out comes Wingman. The Hunter's Fury being casted on a Wingman, it could be really bad, but no.
Wingman?
Did he get it?
Wingman got it.
Oh my god, Wingman got it. The fuse against the Hunter. Does Hunter's Fury not one-shot Wingman?
Hunter's Fury does not one-shot Wingman. Wingman has 100 HP and Hunter's Fury does 80.
Wait, if he casted Hunter's Fury, it
I think he hit one of the players, so he got distracted.
Wait, oh Oh, he opted for the player, not the diffuser. No, a misplay. Oh my god, Wingman MVP.
Wingman
I
just
don't know, I
solo
thought-
on them that
I
round.
think I was confused as to the 100 spray being cast out on Wingman, because Wingman always diffuses directly on top of bombs, so he's super easy to spray.
Especially
But I
from
guess even
down.
with a phenomenal post plant scenario, team Aemondir can show that their Wingman MVP can win them that round. Now yet again, the onslaught from Team Origin just full rushing A. So they pick off Dragon on and have themselves another free sight, which is like the fifth time I'm saying this half.
But they have decided to flood retake.
But Crash is clearing the wrong angles?
Did he just detain his own teammate?
Yeah, but now Rocker is a 1v4.
1v5?
It's a little rough. Yeah, 1v5. Picks himself off. But Able Blue just trapping him in that corner. That was
Switching sides.
very interesting crash. I personally wouldn't have cleared drop purely because it's a one and done spot. You get much more value from clearing out sight and finding a detain there, because if you detain someone drop, sure you get the kill, but you have a lot of players on site just ready to trade you out immediately, right?
Mhm.
So I would have routed more towards where the bomb is planted, clear the box, and then clear tree with it. Because if you detain someone box, you can get an isolated fight on tree. If you detain someone tree, you get an isolated fight on box. So if you have to think in terms of how do I isolate fights, and the best way to do that, especially with a detain, is to try and confirm where the highest likelihood of a player is, and then go
Right
for that.
there.
Team Aemondir now ahead in this. Or did they swap sides? They did swap sides. Forced to be. I feel like I'm watching both teams do the same exact thing, but Haku just opening door and getting himself to the pick.
Spike planted.
Bomb planted and AJ aggressing this angle here. If he's able to pick off split wire, it's big, and they do find it. Flagged out by the dart, but traded immediately by Kukaku. Finds up the pick and able to get on AJ. And with bomb being smoked, they have to try and get the defuse, but with the mutual dumps, it's making it really hard as IXX finds himself a nice shot of Rockley, and Kukaku flying in with a classic picks off Able Blue. And Team Aemondir has found themselves a pistol round. So if they're able to win this spy round, it could leave them the momentum to equalize the game, and maybe some more momentum and to pull ahead. See, we're behind this behind on the defense half.
But Lotus is a very attacking-sided map, so
Yes, it's just I haven't seen much out of the C door that often, so I'm hoping we see more of the door play. But it looks like they're look. But if they're able to recognize that there's 3 players on A, as long as they pick B or C, although C is a slightly smarter play, they might be able to get huge value off this buy round.
saw one.
Out comes the hits as Wingman just coming straight onto site. This smoke is really wide. Uh-oh. They're going to have to try and punish the smokes because they're so wide, but AJ just swings regardless. Gets headshot by Rockley. He's still aggressing this instead of playing post. Kind of questionable, but nope, the right click onto AJ confirms it. It's the crossfire coming in from Team Origin is just so terrifying. Kukaku just flying in with that Guardian. Dragging on with the Spectre. They've managed to scrounge it out despite the multiple odd plays coming in from their team. Yes. You can have a timeout. I don't know. That was very... There was a lot of very odd plays coming in, especially... I wasn't a fan of that smoke because it was super wide. I think if you want to aggress up towards that angle, you smoke a little deeper around C link, more towards C link. Because the super wide smoke allows the defenders to play in it a lot. Whereas like if you want to smoke wide like that, you have to aggressive smoke, which he did. But after the smoke fell, I think you fall back there because you have a Spectre. You can play against the classics, and if you're within pistol range, you gotta play out of it.
I think the reasoning for for this timeout is that 2 of their players are lagging their balls off right now. 2 of
Really?
team Origin teams are having issues with their internet. I'm seeing split wires and Hagu's ping spike between 120, and Hagu's is going to 500.
My goodness gracious. I mean, they still seem to be playing pretty well with... Oh, never mind. I just pressed tab and I'm watching his ping spike over and over. This could be a little rough for Hagu, but since he is a Neon, so long as he does his movement properly and his team trades him out, it shouldn't be that big of a deal, because he's a beast. Now Splitwire just alone on C, forced to fend off Aemondir. But he's made noise. Now naded out by that. He's just absolutely stuck in Wingman, flying in. But AJ trades out Wingman, finds himself a rifle on the side. Was that a headshot? Haku just flying in. Commander and AJ gets dizzy blinded. And his full swinging slides out and picks off Dragidon. The lag does not matter. Out comes, my goodness gracious, the Neon ult, and he finds himself an ace.
That was
Just
a very...
showing him that lag does not matter. Was that Kuhaku's thrash?
Yes, that was Kuhaku's thrash.
Did it get anybody?
No, he brought it around, didn't see anybody, tried to bring it back, and wasn't able to pop it in time because he got hit by the Neon ult.
Okay. So the thrash was a little questionable there. I swear it was like point blank at somebody, but I guess it was his own teammate.
It was his own players.
But I do understand the panic ult there because you are just getting absolutely like thrashed. Demolished by that retake. Unintentional pun there, so I apologize. Hagu just unfazed, just fully running onto Rubble, but no, AJ kicks them off. It's now Team Aemondir just stuck in Breakable right there, and they're just forced to retreat.
Full 4v4 fight.
Crazy. Yeah, dude, it's like
Towards
a war
Breakable.
zone here. People being dumped and the bullets being sprayed, but the picks are just coming in left and right. Haku tries and gets one, but immediately traded. It's just trading. They're just trading back and forth, but now bomb in their sight. Aemondir just has to play off each other, and they find themselves dragging on. And now it's a 2v1, but IXS is very healthy and has himself he is the one tap to their Phantoms. So he has to find a pick here if he wants a slight chance. But I don't think aggressing this is the right play. But he's made a step. Dragidon is ready for it, and he picks him up. And now with only 5 HP left against the full health Sova. Well, Sova's now no longer full health, but still extremely healthy. He's gonna have to play extremely careful here. And by opening the door, he catches the timing on Eggdan, who just wasn't ready for it. A 5 HP clutch, but he doesn't plant for post-plant money.
It's okay. He's probably hyping himself up.
Yeah.
The team's probably hyping it up for that.
Very nice clutch coming in from him. Phenomenal positioning and very nice shots coming in. That door opening play was smart, although a little risky, especially since he's 5 HP. But especially since you're low, the aggression could be smart and might not. But for him, it worked out.
Now the team's on
both teams showing that they cannot hold B for some odd reason. Team Origin just completely left it empty, and out comes the showstopper. He just flies in, but if he's able to pick off multiple people here, and he doesn't check the corner, Rock Lee! But the Stinger picks off AJ.
Spike planted.
But now with post-plant, Team Origin is just absolutely just locking down the site.
Have one of these.
As they find one or two, sorry, and the rest are just stuck as Haku's just stuck in the, or Kuhaku is stuck in this corner here. If he gets cleared by multiple, it could be bad. Yeah, he dodges that, but Kuhaku falls to Rock Lee, all up to IXX. He's not able to clutch again, and he's finally able to do it, and my goodness, the shots are just connecting. They might not be on the head, but he doesn't need it as he gets himself a 1v2 clutch.
Two clutches in a row.
Team Aemondir finally in the lead.
in the lead since midway through first half.
Yes, they finally clawed their way back. After trailing behind Origin for so long, they've managed to catch up.
Somehow, Team Aemondir's eco isn't that great for winning 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah, I think they're forcing every single round, but they've been taking so much damage to their team economy that it's getting a little rough. So it's not over just yet for Team Origin. They're gonna have to play phenomenally if they want to do this, and if they keep damaging the other team's eco, it could be very huge.
If IXX is able to find this gap on C,
But he's not. I think he's a little wary about it. So is Team Origin as they're sending their Cypher pack. I think you grab Or here and then cancel and go C. I think they're just opting more for an A rush, but AJ getting stunned by his own. Was that his own teammate?
that was not his teammate. Again, able to get one.
Fury
Down A.
picks off Dragidon. Now it's a 4v3 as Team Aemondir is on the retake, and they do find AJ. Now in a 2v4 Team Aemondir, I believe, is
Drop in a smoke.
just pinned in A lobby, but with 43 seconds, they have plenty of time. So if they're able to pick off somebody, it might not be over, but they have to rely on a misplay from somebody on Team Origin.
30 seconds left.
But they're still just pinned. The time is ticking away. Looks like they're opting to push
Last
off
player
the site, and
standing.
the IXX finds himself Eggdan. A Hagu trains him out, but will he recognize a player peeking him? Rock Lee swings through and catches that timing and equalizes it once more. Now it's 9-9, both teams equal. Looks like it's gonna be a long game.
These teams look very evenly matched in terms of their
They also play extremely similarly. I'm not seeing very many fakes or defaults from either team. It's just rush, retake, which might be working, sure, but you might want to mix things up a bit if you don't want to be read by the other team.
a full C fight.
Requesting up Mount. I saw 2 and
Spike
almost a
down.
third, but Commander picks him off with that frenzy. But the rest of his team falling. It's not looking too good, especially since they have to go against multiple rifles with only one of their own. With so much Cypher utility on C, I don't think you hit this anymore. I think you have to reset to the default and try to hunt a pick. Now comes the breach stun to try and dissuade their ideas of pushing, but I don't think they're gonna change their minds about this. But with the crossfire from Splitwire and Eggdan, it could be really bad.
They heard at least 2 shots. They know at least 2 peoples are still C mound.
They really need to leave C here. I don't think you push this, especially with so much. Here comes the Sova Dart. There's drone, sorry. There. Seems like they're still trying to push this out, but they're gonna hit these tripwires, and
30
Splitwire's just gonna take them down. So what will they do? Hit C or cancel B onto another waiting 2 players?
They
Time is
don't
ticking
have.
away. I don't think they have time anymore. They have to do something.
Have to go C. What?
You stun Eggman. They do find it, but
Enemy remaining.
Splitwire with the tripwires.
Spike down. C.
Find yourself 2. Again, I don't think you stay C there. You have to find a picks elsewhere, especially since your team lost Vanguard and Eco.
You do have to at least move a little bit instead of.
Yeah, the time is valuable. Only a minute 40, I believe, sounds like a lot, but every second counts, especially when you're attacking. As for the defense, you can hold as long as you want, but for the attack, you gotta commit to something.
However, there are 2 big. We have Thrash for the attackers and Neontold for the defenders.
I think he might be casting. No, actually, he's just aggressing a lobby. But they have to keep this space that they've taken if they want to get value. They are. Team Aemondir is just walking up B lobby, although this clove smoke might dissuade them a bit. So they need to find a pick here. They know that they have a lot of aggression in A lobby. So I think C would be a little smart, especially since they've pushed up.
Take flight.
And this recon has come out, but it moves, and Rock Lee finds himself a phenomenal 2K. The shots connecting on the AJ and IX, that's the best players taken down. So now, what was once a 5v5, now a 3v5,
Right there.
and with Team Origin just taking A main away from them, their Team Aemondir's options are just super small now. Off Egdan, but no, the crossrun from Rockley, and now that's the bomb. He dodges the flash, gets himself 4, and now 1 away from an ace. And I think he's hunting for it. He wants it really badly. He just flies in and oh my goodness, the shot's not connecting, but Splitwire trades him out. An ace opportunity failed with the round 1. So now the score's 11-9. As Team Origin only 2 rounds away from victory, just showing that they can take the space away from the attackers before the attackers can get it themselves.
And Team Aemondir forced back onto an eco.
Yeah, so it might be bad. Their chances of winning this round are extremely slim. They don't have that many kill securing ults. So they're gonna have to default here if they want to have any chance. But with this aggression from Team Origin, if they're able to punish this, it could be really big. But against a Rolling Thunder and a Neon ult, it could be really bad. Odin bullets connecting, or not connecting, sorry, just being sprayed, but not connecting. Looking a little rough here. I'm sensing an impending fight between Abel and this, but now he's just forced to go back towards Breakable. And Abel, phenomenal shots connecting on a Dragon down the AJ right there with the trade. But Team Origin is still maintaining their control over A lobby, so now Team Aemondir is just stuck between B and C.
I'm out of here.
With Splitwire just sitting there in the corner on C. They really need this Dizzy here. Does not spot them, and IXX just spraying them. But no, Splitwire, phenomenal, but why would you jump into there? My god, dude! Mahagu cleans it up, and it's round 12, 1 round away from victory. I thought it was phenomenal. I thought he was a genius for getting those 2, but jumping into the smoke with your classic out, buddy! They're on an eco!
Yeah, they're on an eco, and your teammate's helping you. What are you doing? Your teammates at spawn.
Buddy. Your money, it's gone. But but they're still rich anyway, so I guess it's fine. But now Team Aemondir really has to do something. The Team Origin has constantly shown aggression A here. Now opting for C is smart, but against Splitwire's trips. But now they know he's here, especially since they turned the down it goes, and he spent the grenade. Trips and out he comes. With Splitwire just sitting backside, and he's able to dance around the showstopper. Get a few picks, it could be big. He finds Dragon down, but out comes the showstopper, just getting him out immediately. The Neon Alpha full blind, it's not connecting, and Egnan spraying through, but Kumaku finds 2. Rockley's forced to retreat. If they play time, Rockley will bleed out. But Carmander just running in, this aggression. Egdan trades him out immediately with that Odin. But now a bomb planted for main. If they're able to play this well,
Take flight.
does he expect the player to still be on site, or does he aggress towards main? And now only 5 seconds left to get a bomb. He tries to find the fight, but IXX cleans it up.
That was a very chaotic round.
Try something.
Yes, just absolute everything flying, just bullets connecting. The Neon, it was so funny seeing the Neon ult get blinded, and he's just spraying around in circles.
We're now committing to their old A fight again. Rock Lee able to find a pick on Aemondir and Spawn. Looks like Team Aemondir has decided to speed up C, but the entire teams have rotated over. Origin has rotated over. I do believe my co-caster has had some issues, so it is my turn to try to do everything. Uhaku and IXS with a great opening pick on Rock Lee. Opening door to just create more question marks for the side of Team Origin. Deciding to cut noise and re-hit B. Maybe. But they are walking into two separate people. Again, with a great pick onto IXX.
30 seconds left.
And now that they got that pick, they're going to move back over towards C. AJ going in against the 3 in waterfall, using Breach ult to stop the plant and retake fast. Do they have time for this?
10 seconds left.
Are they out of time? The Sobol being whipped. Draggy Dawn getting a good pick on Kagu, while Abu takes out Adriel in a 2v3 situation, ending the revealed backside, using Thrash to try to finish the round. Detaining 2!
Last player standing.
Able going wide. Neither player detained anymore. But Uhaku getting 1, but Splitwire trading him out, and now Team Origin has won this game. Good games to all, and I need to figure out what happened to Vincent. Never mind, I just muted.
Because what could have been, we're here because of what actually happened as Team
I'm a
Origin
dumbass.
has won the
I accidentally deafened myself.
game. No worries. And that's GG's. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully we will see you next time.